All right, today's workout is called Cinnamon Buns. We have an AMRAP again, 24 minutes, so really working for the length here, trying to push through those rounds. We've got 10 repetitions still with each of the movements. We're looking for frog squats. We're gonna do some step ups on the right side, some step ups on the left side, some lemon squeezers to get those abs, some up down planks to get that core, some scorpions so we can work on that posture, and we're gonna finish off with those tricep dips. So let's jump into that workout. All right, exercise numero uno. We have frog squats. We're looking for 10 here. So starting with your feet underneath your hips, we're gonna hop out to that shoulder width stance, send those hips back and down so we get into that squat stance. Your hands can hang down so your fingers touch right between your feet, but we're hopping back into that shoulder width and then back into that hip width. So you're landing, hips go back and down into that squat. All right, we are working that right leg on the step. So we're doing some step ups here. You can use your steps at home, or if you have a coffee table that's sturdy enough, or if you're outside, you can use a curb, whatever you have around. Either way, we're keeping that right foot glued to that step, and we're reaching back with that left foot so we lower down almost into a bit of a lunge position. You notice Caitlin here is holding weights, so you can actually add a little resistance by holding 1 or 2 dumbbells in your hands, or if you happen to have any gallon jugs, soup cans, whatever you have around. So after the first 10 on the right side, we're going to switch on over to the left, so keeping that weight in that left heel. Key is whatever foot is on that step, whether it's the right or the left, you want to keep that weight in the heel and really think about squeezing the glute on the side that foot is on the step, so we keep that muscle engaged. And next, when life gives you lemons, we do lemon squeezers. So we have 10 lemon squeezers here. So sitting on your butt, kind of in an upright position, we're gonna support yourself with your hands just behind your hips, and we're gonna tuck your knees up towards your chest as you crunch your chest up towards your knees. So you're sort of meeting in the middle here. So additionally, if it's a little too challenging, you can always keep one heel down and alternate legs, or if you need to, you can start with both feet on the ground and bring one foot at a time from that fashion as well. All right, next up we have some plank up down. So 10 of them here. We're starting in that high plank position with your hands set up underneath your shoulders and you're up on your toes. Before you even move, we want to make sure you tuck that tailbone underneath so that those abs are tucked nice and tight. And then we're going to lower down to one elbow, lower down to the other elbow, and then up to that hand, up to that hand. The objective here is to try to keep your hips as still as possible. Try not to let a lot of movement go into those hips. That's going to make sure you're keeping those abs tight. It's also going to make sure you protect that back. All right, and because we all need some work on our posture, we're going to throw in 10 scorpions here. So the objective here is to start on your stomach. Your toes are going to be lightly touched to the ground. Your arms are out to your sides, almost like you're making a bit of a Y in that position. And what we're doing here is we're arching up so that that chest comes off the ground and your feet come off the ground as well. So as you do that, you're lifting your arms off the ground and turning your thumbs so they point up towards the ceiling. But the big important part here is that you're squeezing your shoulders together. And at that point, that's when we want to do a little pause and then slowly lower back to the ground. So 10 of these and then we'll move on. And last but definitely not least, we're going to wrap up with some dips. So you can use that step, you can use a chair, a coffee table, whatever you have around. Either way, start with your hands just on the outside of your hips so that the palms are on the edge of that table, bench, step, whatever that might be. We're slowly lowering the butt down towards the ground, and then we're pushing through those palms to straighten those arms and flex those triceps. So we're looking for 10 here. And that's round 1. So again, we're looking for as many rounds as you can in 24 minutes. Again, there's no built-in rest, so try to take it very sparingly and really try to push through that fatigue state that you might get into As we get through the end of this, make sure you post a sweaty selfie and any kind of comment that let us know how we did. All right, we'll see you in the next one.